Can only have true union when they understand the energies within themselves and master the energies within themselves. So, when we talk about man and woman, masculine and feminine, you really want to understand the fundamentals and the basics of what their individual roles even are before you can attempt to understand their union. And this is where you have the misunderstandings that around relationships within the physical, within the 3D, where it's like, most men, because of paternal wounds, their father not being around, they weren't taught, they don't know how to even talk to women or approach women. And, if it's the maternal wound, then they don't even know how to treat women and how a woman's emotional mind state is basically the key to understanding how, she's gonna see things. So it's like you have that confusion of energy, and you're losing chi in various ways, and you have a relationship that's more parasitic than it is conducive for growth. So this is why most relationships don't work, because for one, there's a lack of communication, because communication really is the key. And this is going to be the title of the video, is like, if you cannot communicate together as a couple, you know co-creating, having a coexistence, because it's about, it can't be one-sided. You got to take into account and consideration both partners feelings, and you know everything really. So it's like you have men who were demasculized, raised up in toxic environments that stripped away their masculinity, so they don't even know how to be good men in the first place, you feel me? So you have that primary block right there. And then with the women and men, you have the programming that we're constantly exposed to, where it's like, with the women is just, chase the bag. These men aren't shit, you know and it's just toxic programming. So it's understandable why, we're in the state we're in regards to relations between men and women, because it's like nobody knows themselves, so everybody's just trauma bonding and just guessing and pushing each other's buttons. That's what most successful relationships are, just pushing each other's buttons, and compromising each other and leeching and parasiting off each other. So you have the opposite of union. You have self-degradation and destruction, and it's like there's no good can come out of ignoring self. And because when you ignore self, then you ignore your partner, because there's no separation. Your partner is just a reflection of your own frequency and your own energy. So if you're imbalanced, then how the fuck are you gonna manifest peace within your situation and your relationship and your ship? You have to take command of your vessel, and this is your primary vessel, bruh. You feel me? This is the first vessel and the only vessel that matters. So it's like, if you don't know yourself as a man, you haven't mastered your masculinity. You haven't reclaimed your masculinity that has been stolen from you by listening to all these toxic ass rappers, and all this bullshit music, and this bullshit media, and this bullshit Hollywood that feeds you all of this romanticized romantics. You know what I mean? They're feeding you all this bullshit. So when you tap into yourself, and you know yourself, you learn yourself, then you can attempt to share that self-love, because that's the only love that exists. If you don't love yourself, then you won't have anything to share. Like I said, all you're gonna be doing is just pushing people's buttons. Anyways, back on this higher frequency, man, on this love frequency. That's really all you gotta know. It's like taking charge of your vessel, communication. Communicate. Because relationships aren't just, black and white, like how the romanticized version of love tends to portray itself. You know, it don't gotta be this this shallow experience where there's no honesty in emotions and feelings. You know, with men, they bottle up so much in relationships, it's like they can't get nothing out. And now the woman is frustrated that she can't get nothing out her own man. So then she start tweaking even more and throwing him off and frustrating him and being like, why you don't want to do this? Why you don't want to do that? Why you don't see things my way? And it's like, it's never, most times, at least with my experience, it's never reciprocated. It's like most men just take it on the cheek, you know, all the abuse on the cheek, and just, you know, we just gotta shrug it off and just be like, you tripping, you know. And that's our fault too, because we gotta take charge of the shit. You know what I mean? The goddesses created us to do the physical work and the, you know, so that they could kick back and just bask in the fruits of it. So it's like, if you as a man can't even stand on your own and check your shawty when she even tripping, or like you don't know how to take charge of your own relationship and communicate with her what it is that you guys both like and don't like, then you wasting her time, you wasting yours. So this is a short, man. I don't want to make it too long. Just wanted to show y'all some of the garden. And yeah, man, peace and stillness. Yeah, mudras.